Every dark secret the royal family wants us all to completely forget. The royal family of Britain are obviously monarchs and heads of state, but they're also a family like any other. That means that they have their own secrets and untoward realities and truths that they would prefer to keep buried far, far away from the public eye. Here are nearly 10 of the darkest secrets that the royal family would love to bury forever. Hello and welcome to my channel. Please do well to hit the subscribe button, like and turn on the notification bell so as not to miss out on any news update. At number 10, Prince Philip's sisters were Nazis. Many royal enthusiasts know that Prince Philip was born in Greece and that his family suffered several losses in his life. Philip's mother was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and his father moved to Monte Carlo with his mistress. Prince Philip's sisters all married, and he was left on his own. He once explained, "It's simply what happened. The family broke up. My mother was ill, my sisters were married, my father was in the south of France. I just had to get on with it." You do. One does. Number 9, Prince Charles very much wanted to be Camilla's tampon. We all know that Prince Charles and his now wife Camilla Parker Bowles carried on with an affair more or less the entire time he was married to Diana. What some of us might have forgotten is that when details of that affair leaked, they were pretty surprising. 3 months after Prince Charles and Princess Diana announced their separation, a whole slew of secretly recorded adult phone calls between Charles and Camilla were released. Let's just say, they were pretty mortifying. Number 8, King Edward VIII was also into the Nazis. Prince Philip wasn't the only member of the family who had Nazi connections. King Edward VIII, the Queen's uncle, was especially close to his German cousins and fond of their culture. That was all well and good until the 1920s and 1930s, when Adolf Hitler came into power. The initial improvement to the German economy gave way to a full-blown path of annihilation and devastation, which King Edward VIII was seemingly unbothered by. In fact, he told a German relative that it was no business of ours to interfere in Germany's internal affairs, either re-Jews or re-anything else. Number 7, Queen Elizabeth's cousins were hidden because of their disabilities. Nerissa and Catherine Bowes-Lyon were first cousins of Queen Elizabeth. They were each born with mental disabilities and were hidden away at the Royal Ulswood Institution for Mental Defectives at the ages of 22 and 15. Their family also reported the girls as being dead in 1961 in an effort to hide their existence from the public. Number 6, Princess Beatrice dated a convict. She's happily married with a baby now, but Princess Beatrice has at least one very questionable relationship under her belt. In 2006, she dated Paolo Liuzzo, who was convicted of a number of dangerous crimes while they were together. Beatrice's mother tried to defuse the tension surrounding the situation with a statement, "We all have our own journeys and have to learn our way," but Beatrice is a sensible girl, with many friends including Paolo. We must trust her judgment. Number 5, Princess Anne's first husband had another child outside their marriage. Princess Anne was married to Mark Phillips from November 1973 to April 1992, and the two have 2 children together, Zara Tyndall and Peter Phillips. But it turns out that Mark has another child out there, one who was reportedly conceived during the time he and Anne were married. Mark Phillips is allegedly the father of a daughter named Felicity, who lives in New Zealand now but who apparently lived on the same 700-acre estate as Zara and Peter while they were growing up. Her mother, Heather Tonkin, attempted to have Mark claim paternity in the 1990s. Number 4, King George V denied his cousin asylum. Many people are familiar with the story of Tsar Nicholas II and how he and his family members died. What you might not know is that Tsar Nicholas is a cousin of King George V, the Queen's grandfather, and that the pair were said to be very close. Tsar Nicholas II requested asylum in Britain for himself and his family, but he was denied because the king worried the rise of political tensions in his own country. Sadly, we know what happened to the Tsar, his wife, and his children. Number 3, Prince Andrew has complicated relationships. Prince Andrew has really proven to be a complicated figure in the royal family. His relationships with many people, including Jeffrey Epstein, have been scrutinized and analyzed, with quite a few of us walking away casting serious doubt as to Prince Andrew's moral character. Number 2, Princess Margaret was in love with a married man. Princess Margaret famously fell in love with Peter Townsend and was so dedicated to the man that she planned to marry him. The marriage was ultimately cancelled by the Queen, but not for the reason it probably should have been. When Margaret met Peter, he was married and worked for her family. At number 1 we have, Princess Diana threw herself down the stairs while pregnant. Princess Diana struggled while trying to find her place in the royal family, and her mental health needs were not met. The royal family has tiptoed around acknowledging its failures in relation to Princess Diana, but years ago they flat out blamed her for everything that happened to her. In one chilling report, Princess Diana is said to have thrown herself down the stairs while pregnant with Prince William. She had morning sickness throughout the pregnancy and also struggled with an eating disorder. In the documentary Diana, in her own words, she says, "Charles said I was crying wolf, and I said I felt so desperate and I was crying my eyes out. And he said, I'm not going to listen. You're always doing this to me. I'm going writing now. So I threw myself down the stairs." Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave comments and to like and subscribe. Thank you.